It's overcast.
It's an overcast day.
Every day. At some point.
Hey everyone, Anna Berry here. We are live at the Mayo. We got Penni Shelton. Hi.
In her kick-ass apartment.
Lisa Jones. We're talking unscripted. We're talking the future. We're talking the present moment. And we're talking, oh gosh, I don't have any makeup on today. Now it's my day to be au natural.
Yeah. So we were just talking about, let's talk about it some more. Here, let's have a seat.
Yeah.
We were just talking about different interviews that we want to do.
And we were
talking about different kinds of questions because we really don't want it to be run-of-the-mill type questions.
We don't.
What did you find,
So
Lisa?
we've been finding, I looked, this is where I get my creativeness, in magazines. Like this interview in Vogue with Cameron Diaz. Those were great questions. I love that one. I also love this one Kendall Jenner did with Karl Lagerfeld. And then Peggy Helmert, we did that one. So we're going to get some cool questions. But if you have any, send them to us. We don't want just run-of-the-mill kind of stuff. We did our first interview. We were a little disappointed in ourselves in the fact that we just kind of stuck with local TV news questions.
Right.
Well, and we want to get away from that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we're trying to get away from it to where we can get to know people on an unscripted level.
You know what, we were just saying that, and I do have one. We were just talking about Playboy Magazine interviews.
Go get it. Go get it.
And I have
You do?
I have a Playboy.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it. Hey, Jen, how are you? We got to interview Jen. She writes for the Tulsa Kids, right? What's up?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Those the Tulsa Kids. Okay.
Yeah,
story
be
about
fun.
this.
Okay,
let
here
me
we go.
Okay, so I know, really weird that a woman would have a Playboy magazine with Carol Alt on the cover, but I have history with Carol Alt. So what some people don't know this about me is that when I very first really got into raw food, the raw food diet, it was through Carol Alt's book, Eating in the Raw. And so the Tulsa World did this
Well,
big,
she's
huge,
in the raw. She's ready to eat.
she's super in the raw there.
Hey, Neely.
So it's a collector's item for me. Anyway, so when her first book came out, I found it, got really into raw food. Then the Tulsa World did an article on this woman who's eating nothing but raw food. Like, men would come up to me at this one old geezer was at the grocery store. Are you that girl that eats all that raw meat?
Raw meat.
I'm like, it's not meat. It's not raw meat. Anyway, but Carol Alt's publicist found me online because of the Tulsa World had it digitally on, and so they called me, flew me to New York City. I hung out at the Union Square Green Market with Carol. We was just there. We went to Pure Food and Wine, which is no longer there, unfortunately. So anyway, my story and several of my recipes are in her second book.
Yeah, open it up.
The Raw 50, and I'll show you. Let me find the page. This is not this is really not the way that I wanted my notoriety to be.
You're vegan. You're
Penni Shelton, irritable bowel syndrome, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Penni's health problems started early.
Penni's bowel issues started early. Okay, well, I'm going to look here at Carol Alt because, man,
Take a look and see. I don't.
Lisa's gonna open up the Playgirl
Is it
tonight.
true?
A fun story, real quick.
Yes.
So you guys remember Steve Sundries?
yes.
Did you turn it
Right?
around? Okay.
Yeah. So Steve Sundries, I used to live there when I was near there when I was younger, and we would always go in there. Remember how they had the Sundries stuff where you'd go get some?
Oh, they had the best pimento cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, I had the grilled cheese and always like a chocolate shake, the old school kind.
Oh, yeah.
So I was young. I was probably like, super preteens, early 9-year-old. And my girlfriend and I won't name you, but we would go look at the Playboy magazines.
Oh, my.
And we would rip out some pages. And my mom caught us because she found the pages of naked men from magazines ripped out.
Chip off the old block, Mom.
You looked at the Playgirl.
Oh yeah, Playgirl.
Playgirl.
Men. Not that there's anything wrong with that,
No.
but men. And the long story short,
You
my
got busted.
dad made me go to Steve, like the old dude.
Oh man.
Give him back and apologize.
You gave back the pages?
I had to give back the pages and apologize to this old dude, Steve, at Steve Sundry's.
Hey, we
Anyway.
used to go eat candy in a store in Collinsville, OK Food Market, for those of you that remember it. I know there's a lot of you. Anyway, and we would like just go to the candy thing and start eating. Well, Mr. Bonebreak, Doug, that's your dad, he would come and get onto us. And finally, he told my mother, and Mom made us go and apologize to him. Most embarrassing moment of my life, really, seriously.
Oh my gosh, I
And
can't
they're
show.
So I know, don't show this, but
Is it
I
Just
am
look at our
looking-
faces. We are looking at.
She
Carol
looks
Alt, who was a
50
hot
years
yeah.
old.
She's 50?
That's why
No,
she
she's-
did this. No, this was for her 50th
This is
birthday.
Oh
back
my
I think.
gosh.
I think.
Oh, here's a good
So
question. Here's
she's
a good
almost
question.
60 now, Carol Alt.
Would you do Playboy? Would you? I want to know. You, whoever you are, whoever's listening to this, would you do Playboy? Let's say at 50 if you look great. Let's say if you are
say
older,
at
when you were
57.
20. Would you do it?
What? I heard that they're not going to have nudes in there anymore.
They're not. It's over and done with.
So what magazine would
Anna.
that be?
Look at
What
me.
magazine would that
Why?
be? I know.
There's nothing wrong with the naked body.
there's no more nudes. And
And it's
Playboy.
a lot. Playboy was a lot better than a magazine like, I don't know, what would you call it? We magazine, OUI.
Yeah. Okay. All I'm going
We-
to say is I'm thinking in this 2008 version, Carol Alt is not landscaping down below. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so I guess this is the question we've come up with today, remember? Let's put it in more PC. If you were a celebrity, let's say you were a celebrity, would you pose in Playboy? Is that the right question? What's the right question?
Yeah, or
In a
would
nudie.
you ever
In a
consider
nudie.
having a nude
or a
shot-
semi-nude.
a nude shot
Semi-nude.
of some sort,
I'm not-
partially disrobed.
Okay, Lisa,
No
would
one
you
wants to see
do
all
it?
this nastiness. No one.
Shut up!
I can name 10 people that would.
I can name more than 10.
No one wants. To
You
see
all know the question. You know the
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Of course I
wouldn't
would. Of course I would.
I wouldn't subject readers to this.
Well, let's see. I for a price, perhaps, and I wouldn't show everything. I'd leave a little
Here we
bit.
go.
So I'd
Anna,
leave a
hit
little
it.
bit to be
Anna,
desired.
would you?
You know I would. Anyway, bye.